Bastrop County now, where the state's attorneys called their first witnesses to the stand on day 5 of the Rodney Reed hearing.
They want to keep Reed on Texas death row as his defense team pushes for a new trial. Reed was convicted of the abduction, rape, and murder of Stacey Stites in 1998, and since then, the case has received national attention.
KXAN's Avery Travis has been following this closely for us all week long out of Bastrop. Avery, what is the very latest today?
Today, several law enforcement officers from that original investigation took the stand. They told us who they interviewed, who they didn't, and other key details about that investigation. But at the very end of the day, we heard from the key investigator on that case, who prosecution calls the main investigator. That is Rocky Wardlow. He is a Texas Ranger. He was at the time. He now serves in Horseshoe Bay. He talked the court, though, through several points of the investigation from his memory from Bastrop at the time. He talked through items found in the truck where he believed there'd been a struggle, likely between Stacey and her killer. He talked through the way they determined her time of death, and he talked through how they came to the conclusion that Stites had been sexually assaulted. Now, on that point, several times the prosecution tried to bring up other cases where Reed was suspected of sexual assault. They told the judge, we can't pretend like they don't exist. And that's because they say DNA from another assault case was used in the reasoning they focused on Reed in Stites' case. That's a point that Stites' family brought up to us earlier this week. They say they're actually in contact with several of the victims of these assaults who claim that Reed was their assaulter. Take a listen.
I know that they don't want to accept the fact that their loved one is a serial rapist and murderer, but unfortunately that is who Rodney Reed is. He is a serial rapist and murderer.
A point that the defense hammered home. They objected several times to these other cases being discussed. They say he's not been convicted in those other cases. The defense spent the better part of the afternoon, though, asking Wardlow why he relied on the victim's fiance's account of the night before she died while he himself was a suspect. They also asked why they assumed semen found in the victim's body indicated a sexual assault, never considering a consensual relationship between Reed and Stacey Stites. Prosecution is set to continue their case next week. We'll be following it here from Bastrop. For now, I'm reporting live. Avery Travis, KXAN News.